Guys, what's the outcome? What's the outcome?
All right, so what are we talking about today?
Just the meeting in general. Okay. Are we good? I'll try to lead. Welcome, everybody, to the first edition of the Pitch Practice Podcast. I am your host for today for the first ever episode. My name is Andres. I'm co-founder of Pitch Practice, and I have with me the other co-founders, Charles.
Hello.
And Natalie.
Why did I answer for Charles?
I have no clue. You identify as Charles. Which is fine, I guess.
Excellent.
So basically what we're going to do is just talk about, because we just had a meeting. For those of you who don't know, we host meetings every Wednesday. We talk about sales, we talk about communication, and basically people from different industries, entrepreneurs, business owners, even just professionals, come to us and we start talking about sales and how to better communicate with clients, and more specifically, how to communicate your value. Because we noticed it's something very important that a lot of people lack, like to be clear and concise and to be able to bridge the gap between their expertise and how they are perceived by either by clients or the people that matter the most to them. So anyway, we just wanted to give you a brief glimpse of more of a recap of what we just discussed. And so, Charles, do you mind talking about it since you hosted this meeting?
Yes, thank you, Andres. So definitely, so we discussed about expectations and boundaries in business.
And why is that important?
It's really important, especially, when money is at stake. So things are different, I would say.
What do you mean?
Like in terms of how the person perceives you on the other end, After all, we're in business to make money. But also to bring value to other people, to
Absolutely.
bring them, where they want to be.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I feel like setting your boundaries or expectations just make the whole relationship clearer. It removes gray zones, it removes questions. If you make things clear from the get-go, it's a lot easier to manage the relationship.
Absolutely.
Or to come to an agreement, or you don't ask yourself, okay, well, what time can I text this person? What time are they available? Like everything is clear from the get-go.
Yeah.
And it also creates respect, because if your boundaries are always so malleable, you always kind of tend to people please and all of that.
Yes.
People lose respect in you a lot.
Agreed.
Because you tend to want to fit in everywhere, and you tend to want to make everybody happy. So you kind of sacrifice yourself.
Absolutely.
In the process. And people lose respect towards people like that, even if it's subconscious.
I agree. And I think most of it boils down to this mindset that I guess we're born with, or that came down from our parents, or even the way that we're taught things, that the customer is always right, and that you have to kind of cater to their every need just to satisfy them,
and get out of your way to cater to
get out of your way to cater to these clients.
Exactly.
Like whether it's price or your availabilities, they can call you at 3 a.m. and it's fine in their eyes, and somehow you feel like you owe it to them, but no, honestly, no. And interestingly enough, I think we all have experiences of where boundaries were not set, were not communicated properly, and we kind of got stepped over. I know I did. I mean, I've been in business for like 8 years, and especially when I first started, people pleasing a lot. And so either be available or over deliver for the same amount of money, let's say. It's tough, and it's not something that comes naturally, And so I'm curious. Let's say Charles, for instance, what's the most recent memory of you not setting boundaries, without going into too many details, if you?
Yeah, I think, just right now, for example, today, or more recently, I have clients at the studio, and they decided to want more clips per episodes or podcasts.
So just for context, you run also a podcast studio, right?
Exactly.
Okay, tell us more about that really quick.
So basically, we have a rental studio where people come and create their own podcasts or video content, and we offer this service. People like it, actually, because people like to talk.
Absolutely. This is what we're doing, actually.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got this message. So basically, they're releasing their first episode tomorrow.
Okay.
And to hype it up, currently they're posting some clips.
Yeah.
And they decided to want 6 clips instead of 3. So, like the package I made was for 3 clips for 4 episodes, so 12 clips total. And we recorded so far 3 episodes out of 4,
Okay.
and there are more clips that they want. And I just got a message before pitch practice actually that, by the way, we need more clips of that episode. It's like, hold on, please. Like we mentioned 3 clips per episode, and you even confirm it. So I went back to the discussion.
Right.
The person, because there are 2, one of the person said stay for 3 episodes, and that's why just 2 minutes before I told you I want to close the people because they said I will take the deal for the extra clips.
Okay.
For $700. So.
Okay, so you negotiated an extra because they demanded more than
Exactly.
they initially asked for. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And how did the conversation go? Did you see any resistance or?
No resistance at all.
Okay.
And I would say thanks to pitch practice, like I feel more confident.
There you go.
about it.
We did not tell him to say that, by the way.
So guys, come to pitch practice.
Classic. But no, that's a good point because that's what we try to do for people like this. It's just to give you the confidence to say these things because it's really important, I feel like. And Natalie, what do you think about this?
I definitely, agree that you do have to stick to what you agree with because it shows that you keep your word, you keep, you respect what you say, and your commitments. So I think it's good the way you did it, that you didn't just fold and be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do your 3 extra clips.
Yeah.
Like it's good that you're like, no, but this is extra. That's not what we agreed on.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
And I feel like the version of you from a year ago would have just said, okay, sure. Do you think like that would be the case?
Yes, I think definitely I would feel more shy, I would say, to pitching my price like, guys, this will cost X amount more. I would definitely feel more shy doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And so, really quickly, Natalie, do you mind explaining how these meetings usually go?
Of course. So usually they're 3-hour meetings, we have them weekly, and we start with an hour, no, not an hour, 30 minutes of networking.
Right.
So people come, we have a little 30-minute buffer for people to get here, have snacks, coffee, tea, all of that.
We have brownies, by the way.
Brownies, delicious brownies, delicious. So yeah, we start with that, kind of break the ice a little bit. Everyone gets to know everyone. And then we move on to a learning portion. So during the learning portion, there's a pitch master, which could be either us or one of our members, so subscribing members.
And so tonight it was Charles, by the way. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, of course. So, and we usually have a theme, we cover a theme, and we all discuss. It's kind of a little brainstorm session. So we know obviously a lot from our respective businesses, but people actually have a lot to bring too, and that's nice because you get to see how people would do things in their area, in their business.
Absolutely.
And it's really fun to see. So we go through that little portion, usually about 30, 45 minutes. And the most important and crucial part is the practice part. So that's where we kind of do some role play, and it's a bit like a speed dating pitch.
Oh, speed dating.
Speed dating pitch. So you kind of have a time where you get to pitch your service. People get to pitch their service to you too, and we put in a lot of reps. So we do that for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
About that. So we do that, and one of the most important aspects of it too is you get feedback, right? How did the person feel when you pitched to them? Were you too aggressive? Were you too laid back? Did you look like you did not care? That's very valuable to have too. So that's pretty much how they go.
Nice. So Natalie, I had a question for you. If you don't have a business, can you still come to pitch practice?
Absolutely, because let's say you're interested in business, okay, you have some idea of something that you want to do, just taking on a persona or pretending, let's say, that you have a business or that you're trying to sell something, just that can increase your confidence in communicating what you have to offer. And it could be different scenarios too, right? It doesn't need to be specifically business. You can create I don't know, a friendship scenario where a friend talks to you and you kind of want to set your boundaries, right? So it could be in different aspects of your life, but of course right now we're kind of focused a bit more on sales, but yeah.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed too, because a recurring theme in sales is empathy. And really, empathy can be found in any type of conversation with any type of person.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to strictly be business. And I've noticed also that relationships in between people, either friendships or actual relationships, listening is an underrated skill that not many people
Absolutely.
have.
Yeah.
And so not only do we want people to get into the habit of being more empathetic, but also to be better listeners and to ask better questions, because a lot of conflicts start because someone did not communicate properly, I feel like.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so,
It's always miscommunication.
yeah,
Like if everything is clear, there's no gray zone. Like you understand, of course,
Absolutely.
and yeah, it just clears out so many things. So many things.
all right. So really quick, before we end this episode, what did you learn today, Natalie?
Today, what did I learn?
Did
I
bring
learned-
some value?
Sorry?
Did I bring in some value?
Yeah, of course. We talked about key performance indicators when it comes to sales and how you can set your boundaries with regarding that specifically. And I thought that was very useful to always think of like the outcome and what they want,
Yeah.
and then manage yourself. Well, not manage yourself, but respect your boundaries as well as giving them what they're looking for.
Absolutely.
So, which is key, right? That's like the sweet spot that you want to have, is to make sure that it fits when it comes to that.
Yeah. What about you, Charles?
For me, I think I still have a long way to go.
Okay.
And this practice session really helped me. Because I was running around filming people, I got a glimpse of different scenarios. So it was really, really cool.
Awesome. Yeah. For me as well, I think it's something that I need to work on. It's not something that I'm used to. I've always been sort of a people pleaser, so it's easy for me to just shrug it off and I'll take the hit, it's fine. But I need to get into the habit of doing it more. And I think I got some good practice today, so
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Happy to hear that.
yeah, thank you. So that's pretty much it for us. Again, we're experimenting. This is our first episode, and we want to make more of these every Wednesday as we have our meetings. And so if you guys like this, let us know. If you hate it, let us know. I'll let Natalie read that. And awesome. Anything else before we close out the episode?
Yeah, just like a memorable thing. Today we at Chris Do in our story, and
Yes.
he's currently chatting with us. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
That stresses me out a lot because
Andres is pretty happy. He's a
I
big
idolize
fan.
Chris Do a bit.
Chris Do, he's a big fan.
when
We
they
all are.
when they showed that to me, I was panicking, like I'm a little bit starstruck. So I never get this feeling.
Yeah.
And, it was very anyway.
Yeah.
So that's it. Thank you for tuning in, and
you.
we'll see you next week.
See ya.
See you.
Y hola.
That's cool.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Comentar.
Okay, nice. 15 minutos.